Comic people out there, I have the first volume trade paperback of Naked Justice Beginnings. This is made by Class Comics and is published by Bruno Gmünder. The publishing company of Bruno Gmünder collected in this trade paperback the first 3 issues of Naked Justice Beginnings that's available on ClassComics.com, which most of that was illustrated by Jacob Mott. There is also a 4th issue that's included in this trade paperback that was illustrated by JC Soto. We also get a 1-page Christmas story included in this as well. This series is written by Patrick Fillion, and as the title suggests, we go into the backstory and the origin of Felix Himner, also known as Naked Justice. We find out that Felix's origin goes all the way back to 1943 when he was exploring Egypt. He finds and probes the lost sphinxter of Homotep. There he finds the guardian King Cockatut, to which he bestows upon Felix godly powers that include electrical abilities, some durability, and also some super strength. But unfortunately, he doesn't know how to control his abilities. Whenever he has any type of sexual encounter, the partner, whoever it may be, ends up getting hurt. Enter the character Kyle, who most readers just assume is a side secondary character that doesn't have any bearing on the story. Turns out he plays a huge part later on. We get to learn about Naked Justice's first superhero team that he joined up with, which was called the Unrivaled Alliance. And the members of the Unrivaled Alliance help train Felix in his abilities so that he can become a true superhero. It's funny that the first time he aligns himself with his team, they're fighting off an alien invasion. Every single time Justice League is rebooted or a new series is starting up, it almost seems as though they're fighting off an alien invasion. The main villain in this book is Dr. Silverfish, which his origin and his reasoning for being a villain is actually quite sad. Although if you think about it, most villains don't think of themselves as being evil. In their heads, generally, they think they're being a good guy. I don't want to give away any more major plot points to this, but the story itself was really great. It was very fun and adventurous, but it did have a very sad ending to it. It does make sense, but still, it is sad. I do like the idea that Dr. Silverfish is tied to some other Class comic titles out there, such as Annie Males. That was really great to put in there, and it's also a nice way of tying things together. Most of the artwork in the first 3 issues were drawn by Jacob Mott. Huge fan of his work, so I'm really glad he was involved. The 4th issue included in this trade paperback that was drawn by JC Soto was more of a side story taking place, but I'm glad that it was included. If anything, just because it had lots of tentacles in it. If anyone knows me even the slightest bit knows that I'm a very tentacle kind of guy, I'll leave it at that, but this was badass. At the end of this book, we also have an art gallery of different characters that appeared in this book. Most of these pinup arts were also drawn by Jacob Mott too. Make no mistake, this is a very adult comic book, so I do want to make sure that everyone is aware of that. There are many sexual encounters taking place throughout each issue. Some are forced encounters, some are welcomed encounters, but all of them are very hardcore. So definitely, yay, kudos. So obviously I love this and I'm a huge fan of this title. When the first 3 issues of Naked Justice came out, I read them from Class Comics. However, I didn't know about issue 4 until I got this trade paperback, so I'm really glad that I have it. If you're interested in this trade paperback, you want to go to BrunoGmünder.com and you can look for the comic book section and you can order it from there. Well, that's it for now. Thank you guys for watching me in this video. If you're not aware of this, I have a Patreon site, patreon.com/gaycomicgeek. Check it out when you get a chance. I'd really appreciate it. Anyways, I will join you guys in another video very soon. Peace, love, namaste. I'll see you guys later. Peace. You know, there's only like a handful of sexy male gingers that exist in each comic book universe, so I'm really thankful that Felix Himner did exist in the Class Comics universe. Although technically, he's not really Naked Justice anymore and that title has been passed on, but still I am glad that he was there.